welcome to Alive on One, where we talk about Marvel Crisis Protocol primarily. This is Steven Burke. You haven't heard from me in at least 2 weeks. I'm here tonight with Jian, our other co-host.
Hello.
Hey, Jian, how's it going? and tonight we're joined by Will from New Jersey. And Will, how about you go ahead and give us a formal introduction of yourself? I know you're on Gamestore Guardians, but, kind of like, who are you? Who is Will?
It's me. It's Will. I'm Will, one of those Gamestore Guardians, TO for the greater New Jersey area. Somebody that has way too many tables of terrain in their basement currently because they're prepping for summer slaughter. And all around, I guess, would I be the comic relief for the Gamestore Guardians even though I'm the host because nobody takes my shit seriously? I think so.
I think honestly, every member of Protocol is a comic relief character in their own way.
That's a very generous take. From New England, we'll say, yeah, Will, you are. You're the positivity.
I'm saying on my show. I'm saying, the positivity.
In the cynicism that surrounds New Jersey, yeah.
I'll accept that.
I do appreciate, Will, that you're willing to go on a limb and just be excited about things, even if the other guys poo-poo you on that stuff sometimes, Yeah,
well, I mean, you're on a show with fucking Mike Whalen. I don't know.
Yeah. The cranky old man.
Yeah, the grumpy old 60-year-old who's trapped in a 40-year-old's body who's actually 35.
Yes.
He's so mad.
Yeah. Dude, he texts me sometimes. He's like, what the fuck, man?
Yep.
I'm like, right. Got you.
It takes a little bit for you to realize that that's just him just saying hello.
Yeah, he's like, I love you. But by I love you, I mean, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I just blame Staten Island because that's where he's from, and Staten Island was literally a pile of garbage, so that probably contributes a lot.
Yeah, the only good thing that came out of Staten Island is that show What We Do in the Shadows. So, and that's not even probably filmed there.
It's like on a Canadian lot somewhere instead.
Yeah. They're like, it's better here. It's safer. Cool. So anyways, we'll be walking through our normal kind of Discord tonight. Tonight, the episode topic is about X-Force. We got Will on, longtime X-Force player. Jin's played a few reps. I played one game, so not quite the expert, but we're just going to kind of talk about a faction no one's talking about, I guess. It's not like hyper meta, but we'll get to that later. But anyways, without further ado, our normal kind of intro stuff. So characters Alive on One. Let's start with our guests. Will, you got any?
Yep, I have one. The other day, I played Merzane, who I'm not going to wish him luck at NashCon this weekend because he is my mortal enemy.
Oh. But did he wrong you in some?
Oh no, we have this like weird rivalry. The NashCon I was there, I placed 2 spots above him, so I won NashCon, even though I was 25th and he was 27th. Whatever. But anyway, so I was playing Merzane the other day.
Touche.
Yes. And he had his Namor with 2 hammers hanging out in my back. I think it was like we were playing McCran or something. Not McCran, the other one. Guardian Save Shi'ar Empire. And hammers were there. Charles was like, all right, I'm going to use my spender that I never use because Namor can't re-roll with this. So I got him, left him alive on 1. And then I'm like, oh, he only has 1 point of health left. Let me just do the regular attack because I only need to do 1. And he rolled 5 blocks.
Nice.
Yeah.
You love to see it.
Yeah. And I'm like, damn, I lost. But yeah, if I would have killed Namor there, I would have won. But I should have just done the spender twice and be done with it. But yeah.
You should have just rolled better, Will.
Yeah, I should have. It was a skill issue for sure.
Yeah. Exactly. That's where we go back. We have to re-examine our lives. Jian, you?
Yeah, so I got to play another game of X-Force recently.
Is this from our game?
No, this is a different game. This was at my local shop.
You took them in live. Cool.
I took them live, yeah. So my opponent was playing the Wrecking Crew, and basically Cable was able to go into them, so they were left alive on 1, basically. And then someone attacked X-23, who also became alive on 1. And Cable was also alive on 1. There were 3 alive on 1 situations.
Wait.
Situation
now, this makes me want to have a goal now. Someone please submit a game where you had 5+ characters alive on 1 in a round. That'd be pretty fucking cool.
and then Phoenix blows up.
Yeah, and it kills them all.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, Jin. Go ahead.
So the big deal is that because of the recent buff to X-23's Frenzy ability, The fact is you can just pay for it like afterwards and whatnot. So like I was like, okay, we're just going to try this out. But basically, she was flush with power. I walked up, hit Wrecking Crew for the last like one bit of damage to get rid of them so they daze. Use the movement from the frenzy to get within 2 of Cable to patch him up for 5 health, and then heal 2 afterwards. So that left my opponent's guy, who was alive 1 days, but my guy is no longer alive on 1. So
nice.
That feels real bad.
Somehow that confused me, but I'm going to call it on my long day.
Yeah. Long and short of it, 2 of my guys were alive on 1. They were no longer alive on 1. They were very much alive on more health after it was all said and done.
That's cool.
So, yeah, it was really cool. It makes me remember that X-23 is just a great model that can just yo-yo back between health pools just because of the way she like just hits people
and hitting people.
Yeah, but we'll definitely talk more about X-23 later in this episode. But she's good.
Yeah,
turns out.
Yeah. I mean, she's definitely. I wish she was affiliated with APOC. That might be too strong, but that's a different conversation. Cool. So, are either of you doing any? Jian, let's just ignore you. But Will, you doing any cool hobby stuff?
I am. I'm redoing a table for Summer Slaughter on Saturday. I have a new Vamp City / Dracula table.
Oh, cool.
I was in Michael's 6 months ago, and they had a bunch of buildings that light up that were all like Halloween themed. So I bought them, but I didn't ultimately like how it looked. So I just printed a bunch of tombs, like 3D tombs, and I think it was Creative Foundry or something. After Ozzy Osbourne passed away, they made a mini and released it for free of Ozzy Osbourne. So I blew it up to 300%, and that's going to be a statue on the board.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to the revamped, no pun intended, Dracula board.
That's super cool.
Oh, wait.
What?
Listen, I put something on the notes here, Bork, okay?
I thought these were just old notes.
No.
So because like Stephen Maddox has something in here, and he's not even on the episode.
All right, we're gonna just delete that really quick. But yeah, no. For Salt City, I did actually paint one of my Inhumans models for that event. That was
Is it Gorgon? Because I can read.
Yes. Yeah, no.
Nice.
We recently watched The Lord of the Rings, so I was inspired to do like that greenish like foresty cloak. And I sort of like had that sort of like color palette throughout. But then I realized after I was done with them, I was like, this guy looks a lot like Ganondorf, actually.
That's a great game, by the way. Not to tangent, but the OG N64 Ocarina of Time. My God, that was a great game.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. No, it was good. So yeah, I painted one model, Bork, and maybe this weekend I'll paint another one before the next tournament.
I'm about to paint probably. Well, I'm just looking at my queue here. At least 12 to 14 in the next 2 weeks, and then plus like Warhammer batch painting. I'm going ham.
I took a side trip to Star Wars Legion, and I just painted a Legion army because I'm doing a demo game at Summer Slaughter. But now that I'm done with getting tables set up, I don't have to bring my terrain anywhere else other than local nights for the rest of the year. I got a backlog of MCP stuff I got to go through. I haven't even assembled Phoenix yet, so I got to do that.
I haven't even bought her, so I beat you. No, I forgot she was released, and to be honest, because I had to take kind of a hiatus, I totally forgot that Lady Mastermind was released too, and I really kind of want to explore Brotherhood with her at some point.
I just want to use Lady Mastermind, and I want to paint her up because I have a scheme in mind that I want to do. I might have to green stuff some big gold hoop earrings, but I want to play Lady Mastermind so much. I just want to shoot Bob. I want to just go into somebody that's using Bob and just shoot Bob rockets all day.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, my only thing is I'm not sure if she actually helps out with the Brotherhood plan at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, I don't, Jin. This is all just an idea in my head,
Yeah. I mean, definitely play her. I think she's a good character.
Yeah.
I just think that she wants some sort of condition support. I mean, you got Pyro.
Yeah, then I'll just throw her in APOC and call it a day.
That's the spirit.
or Hydra.
Yeah, or Hydra. But yeah, I played so much APOC. I was actually asking. So a listener of ours, who we probably mentioned before, Kenny, has just switched to APOC in Maine, and him and I were talking offline. And he was like, "Oh, I've only got like 8 reps," and it made me wonder, like, how many games do I actually have of APOC at this point? It's probably a lot because I started playing him in like February, Jin.
Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah.
So, and I haven't stopped. Besides like that one X-Force game that we played, it's mostly just been APOC. So I don't know. Rob and I can, touch dicks on that one or some shit. But anyways,
you do. Really.
Yeah, Rob's another pork roll guy, but him and I are tight. Cool. So going on to, I don't have like Maddox or Nick here to like buffer the like inappropriateness. You two just get like really quiet.
So the imagery I had was just like, it's like 2 guys like touching tips together, and it's just like a big light like flash afterwards.
as the heavy metal is playing. Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Like there's an eagle swooping in like at the same time. That's
yes. God mode.
Yeah. But it's a testament to your friendship, Yeah,
he's a good guy.
A couple tippers is what I would say.
A couple of tippers. Good tippers.
So funny story before we go to hobby catch up. So I'm from New Hampshire, and like it was like a thing. I never did it, but I guess like people cow tipped for fun back in like the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
That's definitely like an upstate. Yeah, because upstate New York, there was cow tippers also.
Yeah, I'm not sure how true it was, because the more I learn about like the biology of things in general, like I know like cows, I don't know. I don't want to get into it. Anyway, so hobby catch up.
We just did hobby catch up, didn't we?
Yeah. Oh yeah, might be. So any comics you guys I haven't read any, so if you guys want to just talk about anything.
Comics? No. However, I will say I just started watching Peacemaker, because I never watched it when it first came out.
It's a really fucking good show.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like 5 or 6 episodes in, and it's really, really good. Like, I just wrote it off when it first came out. I'm like, whatever. And then I got intrigued. And
what's his face is like he was also in some weird, like, I don't know, I forget his name, the actor.
John Cena?
Yeah. And he was in like some movie even like called Cock Blockers even.
Yes,
and he's just a good actor, like, and kind of hilarious. So
yes, he is very funny.
Yeah, but at Peacemaker, I think in Peacemaker, he's like, he hits that kind of like weird, quirky, but also ripped stride, so it's a really good show.
I also like his dad on that show is so good. He's played by the guy that plays the what was it, the T-1000? Yeah, like that guy is like hilariously good, like as just like a big old bigot, Side note, Steven, have you seen John Cena speak Chinese?
No, I have not. Is he good at it or some shit?
He's definitely has an American accent, but he knows conversational Chinese at this point.
Oh wow! I'll have to learn from John Cena.
Yeah, because he was trying to make inroads from WWE like into the Chinese market, so like he just like took it up like as a thing. It was kind of wild, actually.
It's kind of wild. Yeah, it's funny. Like our listeners don't see our text messages, obviously, but like I sent Japanese to you and Mike Waller. Just like out of nowhere, but that's where my mind is at these days.
Can you tell us what you actually sent? Because I didn't actually bother.
Said, please give me chocolate. Yeah, so very intellectual. So
too deep into baby metal is what I.
I actually typed that.
Where my mind went.
I typed that all on my own. I just know the romanji in Japanese is what it's called, but I have a keyboard on my phone for Chinese and Japanese, so I kind of like type things randomly. But I know much more Chinese at this point. But anyways, I got to talk to John Cena apparently. So life update. That's mine. Email nice. John Cena about learning Chinese.
There you go.
Cool, great. No, that's a great show. I highly encourage our listeners, if they haven't listened to it, to check that out. Probably one of the better superhero things to come out in recent history, in my opinion.
I really love Thunderbolts.
Yeah, that was pretty solid. That's pretty solid. It had the same kind of like that quirkiness is what I think is really good sometimes with superhero stuff. So they both kind of capture that.
Yeah.
Jian, like any comics or anything? Did you read? Do you know how to read? Are you okay?
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about, but no. Recently, we've just been watching a lot of the recent King of the Hill, and that's been like really solid, actually.
Okay. Well, this turned from comics to TV shows. So,
listen, it's good. It's good.
Was still comic related.
It's good media, man. I don't know what to tell you. Like Mike Judge does a great job of just reading like current status of Americans, and culture. Like it's so good. Like
my one of my ex-girlfriends used to be really into it. Like I've seen a few episodes. It's pretty good. I don't have anything against it for sure. Speaking of comedy shows, I recently rewatched all of Arrested Development, and just the first 3 seasons. I forgot how fucking amazing that show is. My opinion, probably the best. We went from a comic related thing to a cartoon to Arrested Development, but it's a great show. So that's my comic that I read recently, I guess.
Yeah, no, I got to get back to that. I saw the first season, then I dropped off randomly. I got to get back to it.
Yeah, it's really funny. And like it's Michael Cera's like a little baby, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Like all those guys are like so much younger. Like Will Arnett and stuff. It's like, oh
yeah.
You guys are babies here. Like here.
Well, he has funnily enough, he has like I keep calling her Leslie Knope in my head. He has Amy Poehler on, and they were dating at the time that was filmed, and they have broken up like probably 15 years ago at this point. So,
still fresh in your mind.
Yeah. Well, I'm now rewatching Parks and Rec. That's why I keep thinking Amy or Lisa or fuck. Never mind. Ignore me. So, anyways, so life events. How are you two doing in general? Life wise.
I am doing fine. As fine as I can be right now.
Well, I heard you're about to host some kind of tournament all weekend, yeah?
Yes. Summer Slaughter, which is a wicked dicey tournament, hosts of Everwinter and Ironwell and fun things up in the New England area. They bought the rights to Summer Slaughter because they hadn't been around since pre-COVID. So they're bringing it back, and they asked me to run the MCP stuff. So I'm doing that. It's going to be Saturday and Sunday. We are sold out, essentially. Uh-huh. We had 24 spots, 23 people 23 people bought tickets. 22 people are currently on Longshanks. So if the 23rd shows up, I'll play so there's no buy. So we're sold out of it, essentially.
Cool.
But yeah, so I'm running it a little differently than most tournaments that cut to a Swiss. So we're doing four rounds on Saturday. I got a bunch of prizes and stuff like that. But then Sunday, we're going to split into pods based on your ranking. So there's probably going to be 3 different pods. And then I have leftover dice from the GT I hosted recently. So the top 2 players of each pod will get yellow dice.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Jian, you got any life stuff too? And then we'll go over to events.
Just Rise and Grind. Yeah, there's a lot of team events.
Rise and Grind. That sounds like a inappropriate porn.
Oh, okay. Would you like me to grind and rise instead? I can reverse the order.
I don't know what's worse there. That one sounds worse. So nice though.
Yeah, no, just a lot of practicing for upcoming events. A lot of team events coming up, including a virtual event run by our Canadian rivals in the Montreal Shark Tank. So that'll be fun to participate in this month.
Nice. I finished school today.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good job.
Yeah.
That enthusiasm.
No, it's awesome. When I was walking down the stairs, this was like the hardest semester ever, including like life stuff, which I've explained before, but like it finally ended. And I was like walking down the stairs to exit school, and a friend of mine and I just like started like the cathartic, like, oh my God. I haven't ever done that in my life until like I went back to like this kind of medical program, and I was like, Jesus Christ. I didn't realize you could actually cathartically scream until like, recently. So
you should scream more. It's pretty dope, actually.
I know. I got to take up boxing too, because like there's a lot of anger involved when you don't have control over what you're doing, sometimes. And I feel like healthily getting that out on like a punching bag could be like a nice experience. So
yeah. But
yeah, so school ended today. I got like 2 weeks. This comes out like in a matter of hours. So hit me up. All game, motherfucker. I might lag a little. I'll be at my parents' house. So slower internet, but TTS.
Well, it's a good thing you're playing a turn-based game.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I was never into that kind of like fighting shit or whatever. But anyways, life is good. This is coming out on the 14th of August next week. Weirdly enough, we'll have the New England TO on the next episode the following week. We already recorded it, so we can commit to the episode. But like sometimes, I don't know, I announce episodes. I'm like, yeah, next week I guess we'll talk about, I don't know, Loki. And then, time goes by and then we just forget about it or things change. So,
yeah.
But next week, because it's pre-recorded, I can say Brian will be on and we'll be talking about some stuff. I totally forget actually what we talked about. So in terms of content, but Brian's there. So
you should listen along with Bork to figure out the content for the first time.
Yeah. You'll probably see it in the episode description, but like you won't get that till the day of. So, but anyways, I'll walk through these quickly. So as Will mentioned, upcoming events, we have Summer Slaughter. I'm like breaking out in my throat. Like I'm hitting puberty.
You want? I can. Okay, I'll take over then.
No, fuck you, Jian.
Yeah,
I'm the host, motherfucker. All right, yeah, step back, son. let a real host handle this. I'm just kidding.
Jian interruption number 1. Ding.
You interrupted me, motherfucker. That was hilarious. So we were okay. No, I won't get into that. When you were playing TTS and I was doing the sound effects.
Oh yeah.
I didn't realize they had them, and whoever showed me that, which was me just clicking around, to be fair, I should have never found that. It's a dangerous game. But anyway, so upcoming events, as Will mentioned, we got Summer Slaughter coming up August 16th, 17th in Piscataway, New Jersey.
Piscataway, close enough.
Piscataway, okay. Yeah, it's like, so I live in Worcester, but it's, spelled like Worcestershire. So
yeah.
Some people say it that way. But anyways, that's coming up this weekend, August 16th, 17th. Probably can't go, but you never know. Email Will, I guess, if you want to try.
Yep.
September 6th is something at Crossroads, which we've explained in previous episodes. We'll just leave that be. LVO, October 2nd through 5th in Las Vegas. I'll just read through all these because there's a lot, and then if you guys want to chime in and talk about any of them, you can pop in. Fall Retreat, that's a Brian run event, October 17th through 19th in Charlton. Team event, WTC end of October in Copenhagen, which we've talked about pretty extensively. Standoff in November 22nd to 23rd in Portland, Maine. PAX Unplugged, November 21st through 23rd.
Yeah, let me just talk about that one real quick.
You got it.
Every year I run an MCP event at PAX Unplugged on the Friday only. So it's only a one-day event. Last year and this year, it's an official GT. So it's a 5-rounder on the first day of PAX. So
wow.
Yeah, it takes your whole day.
I see. So for really then for our Marvel heads here, it's only going to be 11/21, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But you have to just bypass the PAX anyway. There's no extra cost. So stay the weekend, play some board games, hang out.
No. Will, wait. I remember who you're talking to. You stay for that day, and then you drive to Maine and go to the standoff.
Oh yeah. Oh, you can do that. Correct.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. If you want to be extra, folks, go to Will's tournament in PA and then drive all the way up to Maine.
Well, to be fair, just fly out of NYC. Probably easier.
Or Philly.
Yeah.
Or Philly. Yeah.
It's in Philly.
Yeah, actually, a flight from Philly to Portland, probably relatively cheap and probably less than an hour and a half.
Probably, yeah.
So, if it's in the cards, Jian, just saying.
I don't know. I'm so mad I still haven't gotten one of those scoreboards yet. Ben still has 3 of them. God darn.
Where does he live?
Upstate New York, might as well be Canada.
Do either of you have his address? Because I know some ways to get those scoreboards.
We'll take this offline, folks. Sorry.
They listen to our podcast, and they pretty much know they lock their doors at night, or Burke will jump in. Anyways, though, so yeah, PAX Unplugged. Did you want to add anything else, Will?
No, that's it. We're good.
Cool. And then the kind of last event, there's probably local events in between here, but the last kind of major thing is Everwinter, December 5th through 7th in Boston, which we're going to talk about next week a little bit more. So we'll just kind of hold off on that one.
Yeah, well, that one for me is let's see how mad Will gets this year, because Everwinter is just the one tournament that I do terrible at every year.
You gotta lay off the self-fulfilling prophecy, guy.
Yeah, have some fucking confidence.
By round 3 last year, somebody asked me how I was doing. I'm going to melt all my fucking models. So,
yeah,
but I'll talk about that more when I talk about X-Force.
Excellent.
Okay.
Very good. Very good.
All right.
Shall we jump into our actual main topic then?
Yeah.
Okay, so X-Force. All right, so Will and I each made up our own list as far as what we think our current iteration of X-Force is going to be, but sort of at a high level, we can just kind of go through what maybe some stereotypes people may have about X-Force, and then what do we think about them and if they still kind of apply here, right? So obviously Cable is the guy, right? He is the leader of X-Force, so you always will see Cable in your X-Force list. So does this mean we lean ourselves towards a gunline faction, or because of the way the crises are, do you think that, we can't really do a gunline anymore? Did you guys have any thoughts on that?
I live and die by the gunline. I mean, I do have I have people that could dare punch and stab and all that stuff, but for the most part, they like to shoot from range.
So I don't know.
I refer to them as mutant shield.
Okay. All right. So all right. Yeah, definitely volume of fire, right?
Yes.
in the faction.
Yes. Roll all the dice.
So I guess when a gunline's it depends on how you define it, right? So I agree, Will. It's definitely a team that's all about volume of attacks. But actually, when I look at the list, there actually aren't a lot of characters that are hitting from outside of range 3. A lot of the times.
When you look at your list.
Okay,
yeah. I have 6 in my list.
Oh. Well. So I don't know. Part of me thinks that because Mappy's gone, right? And,
I was muted.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say, I'm kind of on Jin's thinking about this. I think range 3 and below is kind of where a lot of the models function. Not all, but I mean, some. No, I like a lot of them. I mean, you got Deadpool. I guess you could go either way. Is that a plausible? I guess that's a good question because is that a plausible list build?
Yeah,
an up close and personal one. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, versus a gunline as well.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the problem you run into is X-Force can put out a lot of damage, but some of them will fold very quickly under intense pressure. So that's why they prefer to shoot. But if somebody needs to get close, you can get up close with them.
Yeah, because innately there isn't anyone with damage reduction, right? In this faction, you have ways to boost your defense dice because Cable's always going to be there.
Yeah.
But they don't really have people that can take sustained hits a lot of the times. Sure. There's a lot of healing factor, but that doesn't do a lot to stop you from being one rounded, right, by somebody.
Yep.
So speaking of Cable, so in general, the leadership, how do we feel about the leadership? Bork, Will, do you have any first thoughts about the leadership? Do you like it? Do you wish it was something else?
Well, I guess first off, it's pretty attrition-y, at least on base surface, right?
Mm. Yeah. Oh, and to remind our listeners, so
yes, it's called. I hate what this name is, but it's called Wetworks. So each ally character may reroll 1 die in their attack once per turn, and you can unlock skulls with it. If they do, and the enemy character's in 3, they don't get cover, basically.
Correct.
Yep. So again, it's only once per turn, so only 1 die gets rerolled. But if you decide to do it, you can ignore cover, which is nice, and it lets you unlock a skull. And if you're like Cable, who himself also has another bunch of innate rerolls, right? Mm-hmm. You can unlock a skull first, then hopefully that skull, if it didn't convert to something, you can still reroll it with your plasma rifle rerolls.
I mean, they have a lot of just based on kind of the affiliation characters. There's some tech in here to manipulate dice outside the leadership as well. I'm just thinking Domino, Deadpool.
Mm-hmm. 23 has a reroll.
23, yeah.
Dialogue.
Yeah. So there's that's 5 characters we just named that have some kind of dice manipulation in addition to the X-Force leadership. So that's kind of good, I guess, right? So, mm-hmm. But yeah, continue, Jin.
Yeah, so I think that for what we're setting out to do, which is a team that can put on offensive pressure, right? Leadership's completely fine.
Yeah, it's kind of like the opposite of Miles' leadership. It's like the offensive, web reroll.
Yeah, but we
don't need to get into the dynamics around that, but like just on paper, it is like kind of the Miles reroll, but offensively.
Yep. Oh, are we at least 25 minutes into the episode? Because I know we're usually not allowed to start talking about MCP and.
Oh, we're good. Yeah, no, we hit 25 and then we switch, so Wallen can be pissed.
Okay, all right.
Like, there's people who haven't met Mike ever, and they're like, "Oh, they talk a lot of shit about this guy. Just meet him, you'll get it."
Yeah, he'll be fine.
All right, so
you'll understand immediately.
You can meet him at Summer Slaughter this weekend.
Or Everwinter. I'm sure he'll be there too. So.
Or PAX.
Yeah, or PAX.
We're back. All right.
LVO though, because he didn't qualify, did he? He's just being a dick. I have no idea whether or not he qualified. I wouldn't be surprised if he did qualify. So
yeah, but I don't think he would go anyway.
Yeah. LVO is a pain in the ass. Let's just be honest.
I think that there's a tough timing issues. October's a very busy month for folks. But anyway,
they just moved it too. So whatever, it is what it is. But yes, moving on. Cat and Mouse.
So Cat and Mouse, I think, would you guys agree is like the one card that you always kind of take in your X-Force list?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Jen, you can just say that indicatively, and then if someone has like an issue with it, they can get fucked. But
Will, would you like to tell us what Cat and Mouse does, just to remind the listeners?
Sure. So Cat and Mouse, X-Force reactive. After all characters have been deployed, an X-Force character may play this card. Place this character within 2 of its current position. This character cannot make more than 1 move action during its next activation.
Nice. So basically, you can deploy someone essentially up the field a little further, right, than normal.
Yep.
They just can't make 2 move actions during that activation. I'd say that they normally, pre-releases, like I would say that Cable was like the premier guy to do so. Steven, you said that you really like Sunspot, right? And this
I did before I read the card. I do still like him because you don't have to expose your leader. But I think one of the game that we played, Jian, was kind of a good highlight of this is that, unfortunately, because like the card says you can only make a normal move after, Sunspot doesn't like have he's range 2 on his builder. I believe. Let me just double check that.
Yeah, I believe he is.
Yeah, he's only range 2.
So it's like, I don't know. You can like go pick up an objective with him. But like the bump plus 1 move gets him to an objective, so it's not quite a safe grab with him, and he like is very vulnerable to attacks. So like you kind of don't want Sunspot out there all the time. I mean, he could. The thing is like he'd have to have enough. I guess like the one caveat here is if there was ever a world, maybe like a Wong world in your list where you pass power. I don't even know, man. I don't think you could do it then. But.
Well, no. The only time I use Cat and Mouse in my list has 4 valid targets, and they're all very situational. You have Cable, which is normally your default target.
Mm-hmm.
Bishop is also a good target for it with the medium base because it can pop him up, and he has a range 4 gun.
I like Bishop better. I will say that than Sunspot.
And then Psylocke and Sunspot, I use them on Infinity exclusively with Cat and Mouse.
Okay, why is that?
Because with Psylocke, if you bump or you do the range 2 and you land on an Infinity formula, she's starting the round with 2 power. So she can move, pay 2 power for her telekinetic combat enhancement, and wind up on your opponent's
Okay.
beat.
I'm seeing the same thing for like Sunburn.
Yeah,
right?
Well, Sunspot's interesting because if you look at Sunburn, it's not a movement action. It's just this character advances its speed. It's not a move.
Mm.
So you could still move and do that and wind up on somebody's point. At that point, he has 3 flare tokens.
Okay. Because like it happens, the bump happens, and then it counts for like the power fate, right?
Yeah, because anytime he gets moved, thrown, you breathe on him wrong, he gets a flare token.
Right, but like the Cat and Mouse will bump him up to Infinity Formula, who gain a power start at 2.
Yep.
Can move once, then Sunburn.
Yep. And they'll have 3 flare tokens.
Yeah, I like that.
It is. It's pretty good. Yeah.
Okay.
So, to remind folks, the deployment happens before the first power phase. Then by the time the power phase rolls around, right, you get the benefit of all those things if you're on an Infinity Formula.
Yep.
So that's why it kind of works with like Psylocke and Sunspot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that can be like a turn 1 8 dice builder into somebody. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
I routinely would do a 7 dice builder into somebody and make sure I keep a flare token. Because then if you hit
you get bumped back to 2.
You get bumped back to 2, and then you could throw them off a point.
Yep. And with a reroll, he's really strong. And I mean, I think Sunspot's best home right now is X-Force.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. I didn't think the Infinity Formula thing, but that's a great call out. So, I think normally Cable, right? If we're going to...
Yeah, normally Cable or Bishop.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's usually not wrong to put up Cable, but like I appreciate that Will does bring up the fact that several other models could benefit, like if the situation lines up right for them.
Yeah. No, I really like those call outs on Infinity specifically. That's a really good...
And
really
Cable does have a safe-ish grab that my locals absolutely hate because I've never failed with it. It's very situational. So you have to be dead center in the board, and they have to have a large base model directly across from you. So, listen, follow me. So, cat and mouse, range 2, right? Then you move. You shoot. Hopefully you get 1. Grab the thing, and then you teleport back.
Mm-hmm.
And ask Waylon. I've done it to Waylon. I'm probably 100% accurate every time with it.
Works 100% of the times you try.
Exactly. I mean, there are a couple times where it's like, all right, it's not going to work out. I'm just going to teleport back to safety. So you still can't get shot. But it is a chance that, like, especially if there's somebody with that range 5 gun, he's going to hit somebody.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm reading the, like, why would they do this to us? I'm just reading the, like, body slide by 1, but it costs 2 power. That just makes me confused. But no, that's a great call out too.
Yep. Let's see. The next thing that we want to just really mention is the fact that they have some of the best, like, pound for pound fighty 3s, like, in the game.
For sure. So
let me run through the list. You got Deadpool, you got Domino, you got X-23, and you have Warlock now as well. So all of them can do like a pretty decent amount of damage. Warlock is just the unique one where he can be oddly hard to kill because of his ability just to pull terrain in and eat them.
Yes.
Deadpool, obviously, like, he's got there's healing factor between X-23 and Deadpool, but Deadpool also feels like a 4th threat character on his backside. And then Domino also has the the no crits, right, against her, so she ends up being like very stable as far as like dice pressure like into her or from her. So that's pretty good. So like that's I think it's always a good sign that if your faction has like good 3s, like I think that's makes it very easy to play them. Because then usually you take your leader and a couple 3s, and from there you're free to see if you want to be restrictive and like go more affiliated, or you can do more splashes and stuff. That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah, the X-Force 17 is pretty scary because it's just it's all gas, no brakes, but there's a lot of gas.
Yeah. I would say that it does bring up to the point that like we don't have a lot of like control in this faction, like from the 3 threats. You have to go up to like the larger threat characters to start getting some actual displacement. Mm-hmm. So like the only people that I think can move people right now is Bishop, right? He can throw people away because he's got the Bill style throw.
Bishop and Sunspot.
Yep, Bishop and Sunspot, and actually, you know what? Colossus also got buffed recently too. True. So he is now actually a displacement piece that X-Force could consider in the list.
Yes, true.
So that's pretty good. So I think I should say that overall, like the recent set of buffs that happened in May, I think were really beneficial to X-Force because Colossus being upgraded was a big deal, and then X-23 getting buffed because she doesn't kill your guys by being thrown into yours repeatedly, and also the fact that Frenzy is much easier to trigger now, right? So those things together, I think, have helped the lists a lot for just options,
Yeah, Wolverine also has a throw off of his Berserker Barrage, but
that's right. But no one on this podcast plays Wolverine, though.
Nope,
not in X-Force.
Okay, no. You know what? Fuck this. I'm going to interrupt. I'm going to interrupt right here because I've been getting a lot of flack from Maddox, and he's not here to defend himself, so it's the perfect time to attack him. He told people think I play Wolverine every game. Jian, you've seen me enough, and my playstyle hasn't changed, and even more so now. Wolverine's like a backseat. He comes out on the B map. I told people like months ago, and yeah, I know he's probably arguably droppable. I get it. I just love Wolverine too much to drop him. But I will say, like on the any B map, he fucking holds down a whole side by his own, and you pair him with like Death usually, your Death piece. Like
for Apocalypse. Oh, I used to do Apocalypse. For sure. He's a great war.
He's not my fucking first choice because, like, even now, Colossus is probably a better war, in my opinion, because the token generation is constantly going because he's taking damage. At least the few games I played with Colossus's war. And I even, like, my first upgrade at, like, 18 is probably Sabretooth, so you can run around and Pestilence Bomb people. But, like, that being said, Maddox, you're fucking wrong. Wolverine has a place and a time, and I'll see you on the battlefield, motherfucker. I got 2 weeks.
You know what? Go. I'm going to agree. I'm going to agree with you just to go on the side tangent for Apocalypse.
Thank you.
I had Colossus and Wolverine in my list, but my Colossus was usually Pestilence and Wolverine was War because you can get one turn where Wolverine attacks twice, flashball specials into somebody, and Weapon X programs into somebody else.
Yep. Yeah, I don't take those two cards anymore. It's just like too much investment in Wolverine, in my opinion, for like the little times I use him. Because like most of the time, I agree. Most of the time, Wolverine just kind of dies and then can't hold objectives when he flips. And that's just bad feeling, even if you're doing a lot of damage, because that's one of your pieces just removed from taking, 6 or 7 damage these days? 7? Yeah. I know he's hard to kill, blah, blah, blah. Like, I know the arguments for him, but like most games, this is a pretty, at the top levels, it's pretty like attrition-based. Like, it can be very, very, very damaging, this game. And he just like doesn't stand up to that sometimes. And he's too slow to like rotate. Sure. So I don't know. He's kind of liabilities, but I will say on B maps where you're splitting your opponent's forces and you're kind of just ramming down one side with him, he feels really fucking good. And he hasn't let me down yet on one of those maps. So, but still, again, like I'd upgrade Sabretooth. So maybe at a 20, I'd take him on a B map. You know, it's a very situational. I just love him so much. I mean, come on. Let's be honest here. Have you seen Deadpool 3? Did you see? That guy's like 50 years old. Look at those pecs, man. Like, I don't know. Like, he's doing something right. So you got to put him on the table. That's all I'm saying.
I have a whole map based on Deadpool 3 for MCP. So yes, I love that movie.
Oh, I've seen that. That's a great map. You did the like, what's that called? The Dead Zone or
the
or
Void.
Yeah, that was a cool map. Carl, that should be a table. Just saying.
I think Carl's actually working on the opening, the forest.
Oh, very cool.
For CarlCon.
Oh, with the bye sequence? Yes. All right. But anyways, APOC tangent aside, well, not really aside because we have a talking point here. Do you think X-Force can deal with APOC?
So I think we're just going to bring this up because APOC is like a newer affiliation, I would say. Like in the game.
Well, they're newer in terms of like being like a meta powerhouse too.
Yeah, the Crisis Change I think have really helped out Apocalypse quite a bit. So like they're kind of one of the top.
And the nerfs to Thor, like realistically, was where it started, I think. But yeah, Jian, you had a thought, and then hello.
Oh, yeah.
Are you okay? you were like mid sentence, and then I said, "Well, and Thor." That's where it started. I thought you were going to continue, but
Jian interruption number 2. Ding.
That's the first one, but thank you very much. But anyways, Shishi.
To answer your question,
I said Chinese.
They can. I think they can deal with Apocalypse, but it's a 50-50 match.
I don't know if it's 50-50.
So here's the thing: like X-Force, like they do not have a lot of anti-condition play, right? No. So there's a lot of things that like could be really rough. So Cable, he gets rooted, right? It gets bad for Cable very quickly if he gets rooted.
Yeah. And I would say, like, I guess in my mind, an anti-APOC is one that has a fuckload of throws.
Yeah.
Like straight throws without having to pay power. So like old Asgard Jane in general is like a pretty big APOC menace, She-Hulk. So, I mean, like, I'd probably say, like, 35, 65, maybe 60, 40 even. But,
so
because like, they can do damage.
Yeah. I mean, Colossus and Bishop does help that out because you have a couple of affiliation, like, throw size 4s.
Yeah.
Now, which is nice. And Cable himself can also just, like, throw terrain, right, into a lot of the pieces.
Yeah, no, it's not terrible. But, like, I guess to rephrase what I was saying is like having a lot of character throws where you're throwing APOC into his horseman. That's what really fucks him like a lot.
Yeah.
But Yeah, no, I mean, like, I think I've played X-Force and, like, with APOC, and they definitely, like, gets really close when they start chipping away at your pieces because they can do it from range. Like, I guess, Will, if you're playing, like, Cable, Bishop, Deadpool type list, you're not really getting too close, and, you know, not every piece in APOC is great at rotating.
Yeah.
So, for sure, if you have, like, a closer secure, maybe it gets troublesome for APOC.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yep. Yeah, so, that's it. That's just like, yep, no disagreements.
Nope, I agree.
Okay.
So it's a tough road, right? I think it's definitely a tough road for.
It's a game, right?
Yeah.
It's like a good game. I think. I don't think it's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The way I can think of it is that do keep in mind that the horsemen are also key to them winning as well, and I think this team can obviously bully like the horsemen themselves, right?
Yeah.
And give them a really tough time.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these are ironically also horsemen.
Yeah.
So, but some are not. Like, there's key pieces here, like Bishop and Domino, and X-23 that I can think, and even Warlock can really bully some of the slower horse. Like, Warlock can just sit there and, like, tap you, right? Mm-hmm. And then heal. APOC doesn't have too much tech like that. I mean, he does, but his horsemen don't. Right, so if you can like chip away at them, I agree, Jian. That's like a very good game plan with these pieces.
Yeah,
I think you go like more long range against him, maybe.
Yep.
Yeah, and Cable's just good. Like Cable's a good model if you use him correctly. He's just he has really good dice consistency.
Yeah, he wants to be range 3, but like he can do range 5 if needed.
Yeah, and I mean, you can, like move him once, tap once, bump back 2 if you have the power, which keeps him safe,
Yep.
So.
Yeah, or he can end up being like an interesting little anchor point for your characters.
Like just to buff up the 3 threats.
Yeah. Like he can be in range, I think it was at range 3 for his shield, Will, right? Like
I believe it is, yes. Let me double check.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep, so you can just stay within range 3 of a bunch of characters, especially with the 50 mil base that he's got. And even if he's not necessarily scoring anything, like if he can just project out like influence, like it's not necessarily the worst thing that he can do.
Yeah, Will, I have a question because you play. I know like Everwinter was kind of the end of E maps, but like were they kind of decent on E's?
In certain situations, yes. Like they didn't really like Demons Downtown.
Incinerate's bad for them.
Yeah. Because you wound up just not standing on the points. All your opponents were getting incinerated, maybe. But, Demons Downtown was not their favorite. Gamma, they had a wicked 15 on Gamma. Let me see what I had. I think it was Cable, Bishop. That's 9. Then I think it was Cable, Bishop, and then Domino. And then just add in another 3. I think I actually had somebody in the list of Bodyguard or something like that.
I don't miss playing 15, so I'll tell you that.
Me neither. 15, and now 16 is the new 15. So,
well, you can avoid 16 if you construct your list correctly. So I think it's like fine these days, a little bit. I haven't seen Fisk in a long time, but
I see it locally quite a bit.
Yeah,
who plays it?
Who does
Midnight Suns definitely plays it. Yeah,
Whalen plays it.
Whalen?
Yeah,
of course he fucking does. I think, Will, a few nights ago on Sunday, I told you could come on our podcast as long as you trash Whalen.
Yep. Well, he trashes me on my own podcast, though.
Yeah. I cry after I talk to him sometimes. So I'm just kidding.
That's right. I beat him last night. It's fine. He quit round 3. So.
Oh, if you make him tilt rage quit, then you know you're doing it right. So
exactly.
All right. Anyways,
friendship. Okay, I think we can probably move on to the actual list then.
What about the Phoenix Splash note? I'm saying
no.
Here? We're not talking about that.
We're not talking about Phoenix. That's, there's too much for this podcast.
All right, you guys. We haven't even covered Phoenix, nor have I read her rules. So
I think I also want to get more games with Phoenix proper before I have an opinion on her.
All I saw I will say one thing about Phoenix. At ACO, I saw somebody table themselves with Phoenix.
I love it.
So the only model left on the board was the opponent's Loki. All the terrain was gone.
It reminds me of orcs in 40k, so I'm kind of like naturally inclined to kind of love that stupid shit, but it does add a bit of randomness into the game, which a lot of competitive players do not like. So But anyways, yeah, Jin, you two talk about your list, and I'll be quiet for a while.
Sure. So I can sort of go through the list first. Just read everything off, and then we can go back into and talk about individual pieces afterwards. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the main list we have for our affiliated characters, we have Cable, we have Colossus, we have Psylocke, we have Bishop, we have Deadpool, X-23, and then running 4 pretty competitive splashes. We're doing Namor, Captain America Sam Wilson, Encanto, Black Widow 2 Threat. That's it for the characters. For the text cards, I got Cat and Mouse, Preserve the Dream, Pre-Sneaky Sis, Instant Recovery, Survival, Brace for Impact, Patch Up, Service to Anubis, Crimson Dawn, and Recalibration Matrix. For the Crisis, we currently have Superpower Scoundrels, Deadly Meteors, McCran Crystals. Then we have Inhumans deploy Advanced Weaponry, Deadly Legacy Virus, and then Unexpected Guest Crash Royal Wedding. So that's kind of what I'm working with at the moment. So do you guys have any first questions of like why this thing or the other thing?
So we kind of talked about the leader. We kind of talked about. I think we'll get into the characters after Will describes his list. But describe your splash choices. Like, what are you thinking there? Like, I like the Namor splash. I really do like that. But what's your intention behind it?
Yeah, so we're taking Deadly Legacy Virus, right? So that means that I think we typically want an option to run Namor for a safe grab for the viruses because he can go and just sort of start poaching them off of people. And also he'd be good for like other situations like hammers, so anything that's like acid based.
Yeah.
Usually his play pattern is like, you can just safe grab him round 1, right? Then round 2, then he can for his second action just move somewhere where he can be like a reroll bubble for your guys, and then next turn, round 2, he can actually charge into people.
And this team has no steals too. We should mention, like from the core box, I don't think.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So, I really like the specific gameplay with Namor, but I like even more that like you have not an I almost said infection, but you have an option to like play the more mission based game, right? Yep. Which Namor gives you, so for sure.
Yep. Let's see. For Captain America Sam Wilson, my thinking behind this was the fact that most of your characters are size 2 characters, so they appreciate the taxi ability. But we're also running Scoundrels as well. So Scoundrels, it gives everybody cover potentially, right? So not only do you have a leadership that can potentially ignore cover, so you can hit people and they don't get that benefit, but Sam also is just a Scoundrels monster because
I didn't even think of that. Like, so Taskmaster could be like a good splash here too. Theoretically speaking, just he's going to hit people behind cover with a shield throw. But I mean, that's the same concept. But I'm just, I like Taskmaster better.
But they're very different jobs, right? Taskmaster is a blender, right? Like he blends.
Yeah.
Sam is he's a fixer. Like, so he either like can, reposition people, your characters, or you can push people.
Oh, I don't agree with that. Explain more.
Oh, okay. So in the sense that like Sam Wilson.
You're right. Sorry, right? There's a little inside joke there. I still to do it. Anyways, continue. I'll tell you later. So Captain America, yeah?
Yeah, Captain America's good. He's good. He does the things. So specifically to remind listeners, he displaces characters, he ignores cover, he ignores line of sight, and the airlift is great because sometimes you have these like characters that really want to get like 2 attacks, and maybe he helps facilitate to make sure they get their 2 attacks. The last one is Black Widow 2. I think with the Toad nerf, there definitely is like room for Black Widow to be tried again in different places. So specifically, the reason I'm taking Black Widow over Toad is that Black Widow has a spender that can stagger people. So when you have at least an offensive reroll, that you can make that potentially happen. So it's hilarious if like Black Widow runs up to a Hulk and staggers him right for an attack and then leaves.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yep. So, I mean, maybe Toad's still like the best 2 thread still like in the game, but like I at least want to just give Black Widow here like a chance to shine.
Mm.
Yeah, you're trying her out,
Yeah.
I mean, I like the Encanto when we played. I mean, we only played one game. And Will, did he use Encanto in your game?
He did, yes. I hate that
guy. I know
Yeah.
he's great. He's great in X-Force though, because he's like a durable 3 for a back point, and he kind of plays into your game plan of that kind of long range shooting type. I mean,
yeah. So thinking about Encanto is that like, I wouldn't run Encanto in, let's say, like a Web Wars team, but I would love to run him in a wider like attrition team, right?
Yeah, he gets the rerolls, unlock skulls if he needs to. Well, the cool thing about his kit is like you could keep the skulls if you want, right?
Yeah, you can trade out soul tokens for skulls, and you get soul tokens, right? Because like people are just going to die in this team. Either your guys are going to die, or their team is going to start dying off, right? So I figured there's just a good steady stream of soul tokens that's going to happen under an X-Force like force.
Yeah, I really like him here, for sure. Great call out on that. I mean, I know you want to try Black Widow. Not sure. I mean, like it sucks with 2 threats, right? Because the state of the game is honestly like Toad, Wong, or maybe you fit Bob in there.
Yeah, well, I mean, like it's if they're in affiliation, most of the time most characters can be played in their affiliation. I think really Honey Badger is the one that is. You
don't like her here at all with X-23.
So here's the thing: Okoye does a better job than Honey Badger being protecting your characters, and she's still able to score. Which is
Yep. I agree completely, but it's a bummer, right?
It is a bummer, yeah. Like I think Danger mentioned the fact that like they probably designed like Honey Badger with exceptional healing in mind, and that's probably why like they were so cautious with her, like as far as like what she's able to do.
Yeah. And with her Jonathan card, like I can see a world where you could throw her in here, but you have to bring Jonathan if you're going to like push up, right?
Yeah.
That's the only time I really liked Honey Badger is like you throw the Jonathan token, her and X-23 are kind of just like jumping around each other. Like in New Mutants, there were some play, but she's not affiliated with New Mutants.
I know.
Again,
it's infuriating.
Should be a New Mutant. Don't know what.
She actually, like, if she was affiliated, you'd run her in every New Mutant list, I think. Honey Badger. But unfortunately,
I know we're not talking about this now, but I really do wish if Honey Badger ever got a touch, that put Jonathan on the ban list and just let her be able to contest objectives.
Yeah.
She couldn't interact. She can't pick up extracts. But let her just be able to stand on a point and
like
fight.
secures. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, I do, however, like in current state of game, really like the idea if she was affiliated with New Mutants of like Jonathaning and then turn 2 just pushing the fuck forward with your teleports between her and Laura. But, this is a world that I've wished for many days. It still hasn't seen any, change. So.
Well, the 23 and Badger were on the repack list for like late next year, I think. So
maybe we'll see something. Yeah.
We can always hope for.
Yeah, some sort of and we're not gonna get New Mutants because I think I talk about them like pretty much every episode, but we already have like at least one piece that could like change their affiliation, maybe. So, anyways,
I think everything else makes sense. Preserve the Dream is just for extra movement purposes, which I always appreciate. Pretty Sneaky Sis is good against other teams that are like big attrition that is from outside of range 2. Instant recovery, you just have a lot of characters that with healing factor, so that makes sense to me.
Remember when people hated that card?
Man, I mean, I get it. It's not exceptional healing because it's not a busted card.
It's still fucking good, yeah.
It's still good. Healing. Yeah. No, you don't miss exceptional healing.
I mean, I do miss it. It was a pretty fucking good card.
Listen, I'm still mourning the death of Follow Me, so...
I'm still mourning. I'm mourning the first Malekith nerfs. I really miss him when he was super broken.
Anyway, for my own sanity survival, let's talk about survival. I basically am taking survival because I think that Cable can be a pretty decent player to use it. If you just need to preserve him. But there also could be other situations too. Like I could see it playing on like Bishop or somebody. Like, he wakes up with a bunch of power. He took the 1 damage. Like it could be good just to make sure that he stays around and gets a turn. Let's see. Brace for Impact is fine. So Patch Up is I think decent here because like because your characters can sort of yo-yo their health, potentially you could also end up patching up so make sure they actually go back to full health as well. So that's my thinking behind patch up right now, but I could be persuaded down the road it could be Indomitable or it could be like Sacrifice like as well. But I just like the concept that like, there's enough healing in this that you can make it so that you could heal somebody at back up to full, between like the healing factor and what if you want to pay for a patch up. Surface Anubis we're just trying out just because Encanto's in the list. Just having an AoE like Mystic Attack I think is pretty cool. Crimson Dawn, also just a card that I think if we have like a map B or something like and we take Psylocke, it helps her sort of rotate from one point to another. And it would give her access to instant recovery as well, since she would have healing factor 1 if she gets to play Crimson Dawn. Recalibration Matrix is good just to smooth out some spikes, basically.
Wait, Psylocke with Crimson Dawn?
Yeah, so Crimson Dawn is...
No, you don't, yeah. I know. It gives her healing factor and lets her bump, right?
Yeah, bump several times during her activation.
So I've actually thought of that in APOC multiple times. I've had that in my list and taken it out, put it back. So
it's
I don't.
A good card for her.
Yeah, I think it's a really solid card for her.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was just my interjection because like I really do like that card and I think it's like underplayed. There was one guy in like Europe who was running it with APOC, and he had like this was like a little while ago. But I still think it's viable. He had like a very heavy like Psylocke APOC list. So he's clearly like upgrading her as Famine, I'm guessing, every time. And he had like both Psylocke cards, like the reroll ones, as well as Crimson Dawn. And I just think they're a little bit underrated. So shout out. If you're running Psylocke, give it a shot. Like both of them are like pretty solid cards.
Yeah, I think especially like it used to be sort of a more meme card, but I think nowadays, because of the amount of like secure points that are usually on the board, and your ability to actually get to them, like I think the place one's like
it also rocks on a pay to flip, to be honest, because you can hit like 3 out of 4. So you activate last, and then you're like bump, bump, bump. So if you have enough power after she dazes or something, you play the card, and then you're just like running all over the place. So I think it has a lot of movement tech.
Yeah, for sure. So we want to like give it a shot because I think movement it is so important in this certain crisis set that it's worth trying out.
Yeah.
So yeah, the crises are kind of all over the place, but the way I'm thinking is that Superpower Scoundrels, although it's like, high scoring, I think, like I said, because we can ignore cover, like we have pretty decent play on them. Deadly Meteors and Mcron, it's more traditional, what we call the fighting maps now, I think. In lieu of like no more Gamma Wave, like E-maps, I think these are the closest to that style of like, hey, these are going to be center engagements that, people just have to fight over points, and then the extracts, we basically Inhuman Weapons and Deadly Legacy Virus are just for midline deployment. So, like can't safe grab everything. So somebody's going to end up on the midline. And then Unexpected Guess is like just jockeying for like turn 2. Because the way I'm thinking about this is that we're not Steve 1, we're not Inhumans, we don't have like a lot of round 1 jank outside of like the cat mouse. So like just having these like 2 like pretty safe objectives means that we can sort of like get them and then just make sure you move in position for whatever you want to start for round 2. So that's what we're thinking, at least. So yeah, that's it.
Will, you're awfully silent. Are you jacking off?
No, I'm letting Jin talk.
All right. This is a live on one rite of passage.
No. Well, this is the podcast where notoriously they will interrupt me repeatedly throughout the course of the episode.
Well, like, sorry, Will, but like, you may or may not have been unmuted, but all I heard was like, and as Jim was talking, I can't help it.
That was probably my dog upstairs.
Oh no, I literally just made that up. But
listen, if you're that enamored by what I have to say, like I'm not going to hate on that.
Jin, I am every time you speak. So there we go.
Very good.
Oh man. So if you guys don't know, well, we all know Jin. Like we 3 know Jin, but like Jin gets really embarrassed when you say stuff like that to him. He's like, "Oh, okay, cool." Moving on. Jin, I love you. By the way, shout out here, and not joking here, Jin has been an essential part of helping us make, like, I know we took a month off, but like he has run the show throughout all of July. And I know Steven Maddox hasn't thanked you. Nick definitely hasn't thanked you because he doesn't fucking say anything anymore. But, no, Nick just had a kid. I understand. As brutal as I can be, I'm very empathetic about that stuff. But thank you, Jian, formally for helping us. And I love your list for X-Force because I know that's all you want to talk about. So,
thanks, buddy. I appreciate it.
No, I really like. We're back at it. We're recording regular episodes, and like half of that is like Jian. Also, just kind of like texting me and being, in my own head, I'm like, oh god damn it, I don't want to deal with this. But like you do reach out and you're like, let's go. What's going on? So. It's good to have another person on our podcast like that because otherwise it probably would have just dissolved. So,
or it would have just been me and Will. Just like it's like well, this
you and Waller probably would have taken over the podcast.
Yep. So anyway, this is Gamestore Guardians. A Scranton branch.
Yes. Fuck you. We started this in Maine. I put a lot of work, blood, sweat, and tears into this thing. So it's a New England podcast, and Jian, you live in fucking New England.
Oh, the good old private equity is calling, and we got to rebrand everything. Okay.
Should we just oh man, that'd be so cool, Will. Actually, if you could make like an Alive on One and just stick the Jersey pork roll sticker over it. I would definitely put that on like a couple episodes when you guys are on. That'd be kind of funny.
The Jersey takeover.
Yeah. All right, so, man, I'm so bad at this. I throw things off target and then I forget where we are.
So, Will, let's talk about your list.
Okay, let's talk about mine. All right. So, where Jian has his roots in Web Warriors and objective play, I am just like, I'm going to roll dice at you till you die.
So you're going for like the attrition game.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. So, this is my characters. One of them we'll come back and talk about.
Do you think maybe that's why you've quit them a few times?
Oh, they're heartbreaking. Every Everwinter. Oh, I know. Because, I'll have great games leading up to Everwinter, and then I'll just go 0-4 at Everwinter and just hate my life.
Maybe that's because we play more mission-based in New England, but, don't want to...
Maybe I have undiagnosed anger issues. We'll see.
I can help with that. I know a few Chinese herbs. But continue.
All right, so here's my list. So, Cable, Bishop, Psylocke, Sunspot, Yondu, we'll put a little asterisk next to him because that slot rotates a lot. Warlock, Deadpool, Domino, 23, and Rocket Raccoon. And then Team Tactics, we have Cat and Mouse, Preserve the Dream, Pretty Sneaky Sis, Crimson Dawn, Instant Recovery, Recalibration Matrix, Survival, Plundered Goods, Brace for Impact, Fallback. And then Secures, we have Infinity Formula, Macrayan, and Scoundrels. Extracts, we have Terrigen Canisters Fuel Doomsday Device, Inhumans Deploy Advanced Weaponry, and Skrulls World Leadership.
Nice. Okay. So obviously you're using Sunspot here, right? So
yes.
And Yondu.
Yep.
So me being me, I'm just like I think Sunspot is in a slightly rough spot just because he
boo. Get out of here.
And here it's
no, give me your reason. I'll tell you why you're wrong.
So mostly because he's 3/4/3, 6 health, no defensive tech, right? Mm-hmm. Cable does help with that because he can add dice.
Not really though, for being realistic, because Sunspot likes to be kind of on his own.
Oh, Sunspot's a missile.
Yeah.
And
really, you don't like Sunspot?
Oh man.
But I spanked him. I spanked you with him multiple times, on stream. One time.
No. That was a highly polished, pre-recorded game. Get that right, sir. Right? But yes, no, you did explode him in my face, but I don't think it's going to happen a second time. Or honestly,
I don't think I would use him. I guess.
Okay. So Will, how are you piloting Sunspot? Do you just kind of it's if he dies, he dies kind of deal? What's the mentality when you're running him?
Oh yeah, he generally never holds an extract unless he's getting out of there with the extract.
Yeah, I think that's a part of. No, I think that's a part of Sunspot you have to accept is that guy dies.
Oh,
like,
for sure.
You just go for max damage while he's still living. And sometimes you luck out.
Max damage and displacement. That's pretty much what you're trying to get out of him. And incinerates. Because you want to incinerate as many people as possible. Because they're just weaker to your stuff. Cable can incinerate off of his... As long as he gets a wild. Bishop, if he's in range 3, is an auto-incinerate. Sunspot can incinerate. I think... and I always think... See, I call Rocket Raccoon Baby Cable so much, I always think he can incinerate, but he can't.
You just assume he has all his powers?
Yes. My Rocket Raccoon is repainted, wearing a little X-Force uniform and a cape like Cable.
All right, valid. Respect.
So, Baby Cable.
You know what sucks, Will?
What?
My Sunspot is my best painted model. Like, hands down. Like, he won, like, awards from, like, some dudes.
Nice.
Only below... I should say, no, we won't get into that. But Kenny, don't bring fucking commissioned models to a goddamn painting competition. Anyways, no, he's like, I love Sunspot. I love New Mutants in general, but like, I don't know, Jin, you really don't like him? You can't even see like a situation where he might be like useful?
So, mostly because like the 4 threat opportunity, like if Sunspot was like...
Yeah, because they're like, yeah.
You know, it's a lot of threat, right? That for the missile. And like, you know, he's probably a perfectly fine missile. But in the sense that, like, I think, again, scoring perspective, right? I assume that this is going to be a 4-round game that's going to get scored out. So in that aspect, like, I don't know if Sunspot helps me, like, forward that plan. But, you know, Will is just trying to kill everybody. So maybe this is fine. You know?
Yeah, no, I do think it's a good, like, point of, like, talking point here, too, is, like, is he a good enough missile to justify playing the mission?
He is not an every game piece for sure.
Yeah, I agree. And my biggest thing is like why I don't know. After playing him that one game, Jin, against you, I was like, you know, Sunspot really does need a way to like bounce in, bounce out, and I don't think he gets that in X-Force, even with like Cat and Mouse. Like, I like him in that very situation you said at the beginning of this episode.
Yeah,
Infinity Formula. That's a great play because you just throw him in. And he usually does enough damage to justify him dying by the time he's off the board. He's kind of like a little bit of a bully, kind of bouncing around. Once he gets that L charge, you know, he's like unstoppable sometimes with like a one-on-one secure matchup.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. Outside of that, like I guess like here's a like time old, you know, kind of question. Like, if you're going for attrition and displacement, like doesn't Shang-Chi, you know, kind of unfortunately fill all that?
And that comes to the Yondu slot. Now, this slot rotates a lot. I like Yondu because he does offer them some objective play. Like if somebody's about to drop an objective near him, he can pick it up. So he's range 4. His gun, his arrows are freaking great. I never gotten the trigger on the spender off to keep the whistle going, but that's fine. But that slot...
It does happen. I've seen it happen.
Yeah. That slot has been Shang-Chi. It has been Gambit. It has been Maverick, who's actually very good in X-Force.
So
I
can see that.
Yeah, Maverick, because then you have a rapid-fire energy and just rapid-fire pistols with Domino. So... And he can prevent people from healing. He has a hit and run, so he fits the shoot and scoot. So does Yondu. So that slot changes often.
I do actually like Yondu a lot here, though, because so like we're talking about, like, it's like, while we say gunline, right? Like, I would say that, well, like, most of your X-Force characters are still, like, trying to attack within, like, range 3, that band, right? Most of the time.
Yeah, other than Bishop, Yondu, Rocket, Deadpool, and Warlock. They're all range 4.
Right. But I mean, like, Bishop is still, like, usually hitting from within range 3, right? Because like he's still trying to like Cable can theoretically shoot from range 5, but like you're really hitting within range 3, right? Most of the time.
Well, yeah. With Bishop just for the auto incinerate, but everybody else, I mean, even Salak has a range 4 if she really needs to. I mean, it doesn't do a ton of damage, but it gets her to advance.
Yeah. Like it's, you have a lot of tools that are in service of you getting into range and then, like, you know, doing like blendering people, right?
But there might be a world here where we're really thinking about the same thing, where like maybe turn 1-2 you hold back a little bit more and then you start aggressively pushing in, right?
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Ideally, you want them to come to you.
I don't know about that. It depends on how the game pacing is going, right?
Well, yeah, but if you could turtle up, like even that Yondu slot's also been Shadowcast sometimes to help boost dice on the other end. So if I have Cable on one flank and have Shadowcat on the other flank, I can at least start boosting dice for people. Defense.
Yeah,
that's true.
I think
that's true.
Yeah, the most important thing is just trying to figure out like how you make sure that they don't get more extracts than you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they start like turtling up.
That's the worry here. I'm thinking is like the Web's game plan, or just like even Inhumans, right?
Yeah,
that kind of like wild. Well, that kind of like wild scoring early rounds. Like you need to stay pace with your opponent, which means you got to put pressure on them at certain points.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but unlike certain, like if you have an extract that's not like a ton of them, like if you have Deadly Legacy or you have something like that, and you have priority, you might have to tuck somebody away and hope they don't die, and go grab something on a flank. So, and generally you're okay if somebody comes to grab your other flank. Sometimes you could take them out. Sometimes you can't. It just depends on who's grabbing.
So I guess like just the way you're describing your team, like I'm not sure I like your extracts.
All right, so yeah, let's go talk about that real quick. Skrulls, I don't mind because normally, like, it's not terrible to grab your home Skrull on a side. Inhumans deploy weaponry just from choosing violence. I just threw that in there. I don't know if I really like that one.
I feel like you want slower extracts, right? Am I wrong here?
Yes, you're correct, except for Terrigen canisters, because I like Terrigen canisters because everybody's moving slow, so they're easier to catch, and I have enough people that can either run and gun or just teleport themselves that it doesn't really affect me that much.
Yeah.
And if they get poisoned, fantastic. That's just slowing down their power generation.
Yeah. So what I find about Terrigen canisters is that, like, yeah, they could possibly go up on extracts, right? Round one. But then round two, like, can they get away, right?
Yeah. They're playing the attrition game. Yeah.
Right. So, like, I think that's okay, but with the stipulation that you got to make sure you can put on pressure for them, right?
Oh, yeah.
But since, Will, you are running Warlock, I assume that's part of the reason too, right? Because the poison can randomly help him generate the condition he needs to do his like damage superpower, right?
Correct. And Cable, Bishop, and Warlock are all poison immune.
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
Yeah, this might be like a pretty solid team for Terrigen, actually. I like it. The other two, though, like, I mean, Skrulls is, whatever. But what's the one that goes 3 down the middle?
Oh, that's
Montesi?
Yeah, Montesi.
Yeah, I kind of like that here more than Inhumans. But
so my thinking with Inhumans, because Will, it's funny because Will and I probably both like came to it for different reasons, but like I think X-Force does punish people on the midline, especially like whoever you cat and mouse with.
Yes.
So as long as like Cable or whoever is set up like to buy slide by one and double tap somebody, like there's 2 inhuman weapons, right? Like there.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
2 on each flank. Yeah, 2 on each flank.
I guess what I'm saying then, because that does seem like a solid game plan. I think maybe your third option instead of Skrulls might be like the slower scoring one on the midline as well. Like, because that fits the game plan.
I did have for a while.
This is all just like me conjecturing, but.
What's the alien ship, right? Is that the one that you pick up?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's the 3 across the board, and it does exploding damage, right?
That one, yes.
Yeah.
So I did have that in here for a while.
I was thinking more like, where is it? Legacy Virus. Forces your opponent on the midline. You can kind of direct the lane of traffic. Cable goes, like you deploy Cable. So theoretically speaking, right? Cable's in the center. You bump them one way, like in between 2 of them. You grab the other one, especially if you have priority or something. And then they have to like kind of come, and they're forced to like basically interact with like a double tap from Cable.
Yeah.
So yeah, potentially. I think my thing about this is that I don't know, Will, who you would want to actually grab a midline objective with, right? Because everybody here on your team is like really good at counterpunching somebody, but not anyone's usually durable enough to go pick up something midline.
I think Warlock's a solid piece for that.
Usually, if I do a midline, Domino generally can survive.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, or Domino. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Domino is in this.
Or Psylocke, if you position her correctly.
Yeah, exactly, because she has stealth, so like she's a little harder to hit.
And she is pretty like tanky in general when you get range too, so.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She's tanky enough, Jian. Like, my God.
Yeah.
What is your like level here? Who's a tanky? I don't know. Don't worry
Miles.
about it. Yeah.
No. Your most durable piece in
he's like, Dormammu's really tanky. Grab the midline with him.
Yeah, just
yes,
Dormammu. No, actually, Domino is actually the most resilient piece in this list.
Yeah.
Warlock's pretty resilient too. To be fair, between the two of them, Domino probably more, but definitely Warlock is a close second, I think.
Yeah, I mean, if you have priority, I think Warlock is perfectly fine to pick up with an extract because you can just go and eat terrain next turn.
I wasn't necessarily talking about picking up that middle extract though, like on Legacy Virus. I was saying like you bounce Cable in between like the middle and one side, and then you grab with Prio, you bounce Cable into like a threatening position between the two that they have to grab, and then you go grab the other one with like Domino.
Yeah, and that's a perfectly fine turn. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's a great like opening for them, I think, on that mission. So, but I haven't really built a list. So I was just kind of thinking that attrition wise, a three scoring extract is probably like pretty solid for them.
Yeah. Usually I do the 3 scoring ones, but every now and then
it's not that many anymore to be fair. But
Terrigen, like I said, I know it's a 5, but
no, I love that.
I feel good.
Yeah. That's definitely makes sense for them, I think.
Yeah, and if you do ever decide to switch out Squirrels, obviously it's the big benefit in this current meta is that it's one less Terrigen Genesis target, right?
Listen, we don't talk about Terrigenesis here.
Yeah, no one plays that.
Sure, nobody at all.
I've been gone for 3 months. My whole coming back shtick is like, I'm just not going to play if you play Inhumans. I see them on the thing. I'm like, cool, concede, goodbye.
I will also shout out that I do actually kind of like the Yondu here just for the Plenty Goods card because just giving AoE reroll 2 to all your X-Force guys, like that's really gross. Actually,
yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah. But that like I said, the Yondu slot that changes a lot. I would like to try Colossus at some point because I haven't tried him in here since the rework. But yeah.
He's super solid. Like, I think Colossus is a great, from what I've learned from APOC in general with him, is like D-maps he works surprisingly well on. So if you get like put into a D-map, he like could be a really solid piece to protect your models and then rotate at a turn. It's really solid, I think. So I give him a shot, like if you can,
Yeah, but right now, X-Force. Right now, I'm on an X-Men kick. So X-Forces, they break my heart too much. So.
Just rewatch Wolverine or Deadpool 3. You'll want to play them all over again. So.
I got a Weapon X list that I bring that's my casual list. So it's just, you want to murder people? Here we go. Have the knife, boys, with Werewolf by Night.
That's true. Yeah, no, Weapon X is also one of those factions that it's just incredibly fun to play and really
okay. Hold on though. Up in New England, we do have a guy who like does well with them, so they're not exactly only casual.
Oh, no, I did well with them when they first came out because I was the only one locally that picked up that Weapon X bunker. So people were like, why are there so many knives coming at my face? But
because I paid $90, bitch.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So any like last thoughts about your list? And then I guess we'll go over anyone we didn't touch and then we can call it a day.
Yeah, no, this is pretty much what I got. Like I said, my Yondu slot floats, but other than that, this is what I got.
Okay. So there's only 2 characters we haven't talked about this entire time. It's Archangel and Sabretooth. So, like, thoughts?
I had Archangel in a version of my list, and I had Psylocke, and I had Battlebound because I just like dropping her off and getting some extra attacks. He pairs well with Warlock because of Archangel's Spender, where he can activate people.
The poison. Yeah,
bleeding and poison. That bleeding and poison. But I didn't wind up putting him on the table a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are giving me some really good ideas for some New Mutant, like, revamps.
Okay.
So,
I can't. No. Yeah, Archangel and New Mutants will probably be pretty good.
Yeah, with Warlock specifically. Yeah. So, I like that. But I can see why you would drop him. Sabretooth, I don't know, man. he's pretty much only good in APOC.
Yeah, Sabretooth. The last time I played Sabretooth in X-Force was an affiliation battle, like over a year and something ago, and he did well. But Sabretooth as a character,
is he good under Mystique at all?
I could see probably because like they wouldn't be able to brace Weapon X program if you used it on him.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, good call. Yeah,
yeah,
on Mystique's activation, right?
Yep. So he's okay. He feels like Wolverine did before Wolverine got revamped. Like Sabretooth could use
a little bit of love.
Yeah, he needs something.
Yeah. The best part about him is the fact that he's got a good counterattack kit.
No,
and he's got the long.
Is the best part about him.
Yeah, the long move.
You didn't let me finish. All right, and Jian interruption number 3. Ding.
You're counting 2 of the it was only 2.
No, it's 3. Listeners, it was 3. Don't let him.
I disagree with you.
Just right.
It's my birthday, so leave me alone.
No, it's Brian's birthday.
Oh, that's true. Happy birthday, Brian.
Happy birthday, Brian.
What do you think, Jin?
The 2-parter is the fact that he's got a good counterattack hit, and he's also got a long move.
So what about Archangel too? What are your thoughts?
Archangel, yeah, he's fast. Like that's the thing. Like both these characters, like really, really fast. But I think what happens is that the offense in this game has gotten efficient enough at this point that it's really hard to justify 4 threats with being fairly paper mache like these two. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for real.
I think that's kind of the tough spot. You know, you have a lot of 4 threats that are like happy to just fire in and do a bunch of damage, but then they usually just disappear afterwards.
I feel like Archangel needed 1 more health and he'd be fine.
Yeah, I would not have been mad if he was a 6/6.
Yeah,
I don't know why he's only 5 and that's what they say.
Well, guys, you just have to hire an Angel as a splash and then turn him into Archangel with a card later.
I have thought about it.
It's not. I don't know anything about that, but I know it exists. But I've only seen it in very, very, very cheeky games. Mephisto. I saw it in Mephisto list once.
Yeah. Speaking of just Mephisto, real quick, just because it made me think about it. Sabretooth actually plays really well in MODOK Scientist Supreme and Mephisto.
Okay.
Yeah, because with MODOK, Sabretooth's got a bodyguard. Now he's going to attack you. Mephisto, same thing.
That makes sense to me.
Yep.
Plus he gets to clap back when he bodyguards. So
yeah.
Which, like, more often than not doesn't work at all for you. But, it's there.
It's there. Like I said, he works better. I didn't say it was good.
Yeah. But the thing is, he does have, these would be in factions that would have rerolls, right? So, either in Shadowlands, Daredevil, or in MODOK, right? So, like,
or APOC.
Or APOC, yeah. In X-Force, obviously, he does play with the leash very well, right? Because the counterattacks are on a different turn, so you get the reroll on a different turn.
That's true. Which is nice. That's true. Yeah. No, I like that. I mean, that is like a really good positive thing to say about him in this one respect. So,
yeah, I mean, like at the end of the day, it's like, hey, like it's not like you can't play these characters, right? You can actually play these characters.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that, like, given like how efficient the game is right now, right? Like, it depends on like what kind of environment you're trying to play into, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's true of like every wargame, though, right? Like there, you only have whether it's points or character slots, you have a limited amount of slots, and there's less efficient characters that just don't take up those slots. Sabretooth's probably one of those in this situation.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, it happens, and then they get revamped, and we get to play them again. So
a fresh coat of paint. Very good.
Well, my Sabretooth's painted, but
yeah, mine too. I actually like my paint job on Sabretooth a lot.
Yeah, I did mine so I did like a color scheme on Wolverine, and I did the opposite color scheme on Sabretooth, so they like match. It's pretty cool.
Nice. Yeah, I went my original Sabretooth I did gray and black for X-Force, and he just looked terrible. So I redid him with like the orange or brown traditional.
Okay. Yeah, I did like the kind of grimdark. It was metallics, I think, mostly, but it was like kind of grimdark, the brown Wolverine almost.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So then the Sabretooth was like in brown and silver for both of them, but like opposite. I don't know how to like inside outside, and then it was outside inside.
Inverse. I got you.
Yeah. There's that kind of brown, like kind of gritty look, which I kind of like. But
gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, I think Jin, you've complimented me on my Wolverine before, so
it's good.
Yeah. You still haven't won me a Wolverine scoreboard.
Listen, if it's not life for trying, I have entered so many GTs. Oh my god!
I know.
Come down to PAX.
Another one. Well, he has to win one for himself first. Like, obviously, I want you to keep it, but
no, I'm just gonna win it. I'm just gonna slam it on your head, like a steel chair.
Oh my god, the violence. Okay.
Some kind of foreign object.
Oh fuck! I just exited out of how to end this. All right. So any last thoughts on X-Force?
Nope. I think I'm good. I think right now my opinion is that like this team is still going to be like scoring out at still. Like it's going to be. I play more mid rangey, so I think the intention is you're still going to score up by 4. Just have to time like the target priority for everybody, right? And just like daisy people at the right moments. So that's my thinking. I don't know. Will, what do you think overall? If you're the pilot of your list, what do you? Any
My
tips for
one
people?
thing is don't be scared of the 4 health on Deadpool's front side. Because this guy, as Rob, Deadpool will not die. He's one of the most reliable models in the list at 4 health. It's ridiculous. And if he flips, he's just insane.
I actually would like to get Deadpool days as quick as possible so I can get to his cool 4 side.
No, I will prolong that until late game. I will just keep him safe. I might dive him in at some point when I think he's going to die, and then I'll put survival on him to make sure I get that activation.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds
owns a soccer team.
Yeah, he has a fucking documentary or some shit about it too.
Yeah.
With the guy from Always Sunny.
Yep.
Rob McClane.
John McClane?
John McClane. Yeah. So no last thought? Like, those are your last thoughts, or is there anything we're missing about the affiliation? Oh, I guess, like, I'll say the normal thing. Like, I think they have a lot of play. Like, I know we're not seeing them that much right now, but I don't know. Like, they're a really fun faction. I mean, it's fucking X-Force, right? We all love them, I think, if you're into mutants.
I have an X-Force tattoo.
Oh, no way. I have a Dark Angels tattoo. And a Korn and Nurgle one. But 40K aside, they're really, I think they're playable. Like, Jian, what do you think? You just kind of hopped on recently.
I think they're super playable. Like I said, like I think the game Crisis set as it is, like most of the time you're still going to be encouraged to score out.
Yeah.
So, and I think they can absolutely do it. They hit above their weight, which is good. And they can sort of time, like if you have good target prioritization, you daze people like very surgically, I think they can do like a lot there. Right.
Yeah, I agree.
And the recent buffs, like I said, Colossus, like getting that buff, I think it is a big thing because then that gives them sort of an anchor point they can use now. Before it felt like it was like, it's like you could just sort of ignore, like not ignore, but what I'm saying is that they had a hard time controlling the board state. All they could do is daze people. So they have more options now, which I appreciate. And that's going to help them a lot to play more scenarios now.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And I put them, well, maybe a little bit below, but like, I think they have that kind of like wide attrition-y type list that like is like, maybe it's B+ tier, A- these days, but like Cabal in them can kind of hold that like, 3-threat damage-based game plan, right? With some displacement, right?
Yeah. But for this team, it's definitely like all the cheap units, like they just hit really, really hard.
Yeah.
And then you have to look at your splashes or Colossus basically, or Bishop for your displacement. Sunspot can also do it too, but again, his is like you need a lot more setup.
Yeah, no, I like Jian. I liked your list of like with 4 splashes. I think that's probably appropriate. These days. So, Will, I liked your list too. Just Jin's going for the more like hold up to like the A tier.
Oh, I know.
So yeah, So check out X-Force. Are they getting a box set or anything soon?
There is, I believe, that on the roadmap at Adepticon, I think there was an X-Force box set on there.
And next year or something, you said?
Yeah, which I'm hoping for because I just want the new card for Domino because it makes me mad that her card is still the old style.
Yeah.
Get some new artwork potentially on those, and that'd be nice.
You definitely get new artwork on those, at least. So, Yeah, so cool. I guess without further ado, then we'll close out. We're live on one. Thank you, Will, so much for coming on today.
Yeah, it was fun.
And you can follow Will at Gamestore Guardians. You guys release your episodes
on Fridays. It's either a variant cover or a standard episode. Just depends on what we got recorded.
Yeah, and I don't know if you knew this, but we link to you on every single one of our episodes. So you can just click below to get a quick link over to their podcast. I believe it might be the iTunes link. But so give them a shout out. Join their Discord if you haven't already. And you can follow us at aliveon1 at gmail.com, aliveon1 for our Instagram. You know, should we just stop saying the Instagram? No one fucking goes there. It's there. No one interacts with it. Why bother? It is there at aliveon1. You can also join our Patreon, which we have a couple new free members. No one's paid us yet, but someday someone will thank me for all my hard work. I'm just kidding. We take month hiatuses, so I don't know if you should thank us. But you can join our Patreon, link below. Shout outs to our sponsor, Huge Miniatures. You can grab any kind of cool hobby basing supplies there and great paints, especially for fluorescent paints. Hold on, it's late at night and fluorescent.
You got it.
Yeah, there we go.
But they have their grass stuffs. Yeah, they're tough.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. They're they're basing materials, and they're tufts and grass are out of this world actually. So check them out. What else do we do, Jen, at the end of this?
Let's see. We can also say you can find me Red Room training videos on RSMP Tabletop. Mm-hmm. We should have another video coming out shortly. Josh was on hiatus for a little bit, but he's back to editing again. He just released a Kill Team Battle Report. There will be a short Red Room training video released in the coming weeks, so look out for that. And then hopefully after that, I should make an episode about Team Tactics cards, which I'm looking forward to doing.
Yeah, maybe someday Jen and I will get together and do a battle report. So.
Yep. When you're ready,
I might be ready. I might be ready in the fall. So,
all
right. Anyways, as always, thank you so much for listening. Oh, join our Discord, dude. Alive on One. We got a lot of stuff going on there. I just posted today that I'm back for 2 weeks, so you're welcome. And as always, Godspeed, Cable. Thank you.